I was in church 6 out of 7 days. Nigga quit me at work 6 out of 7 days. Tryna dodge that hearse 6 out of 7 days. Love can hurt 6 out of. After 21, I had some fun and became a savage. Played more games than the Mavericks. For love, I made them. What up, young world? What up, young world? So, I got a quick announcement before I get started with this week's Savon's Legendary Podcast. So not this episode, but next week's episode will be the last episode for season 1 of Savon's Legendary Podcast. And I'm going to take some time off, probably a few weeks, but I'm doing it for y'all. Now watch this. I'm going to revamp everything. It's going to come back bigger. And I mean, you got to trust me. It's going to be. So I'm going to take some time off. But that's after next week's episode. Will be episode number 30. I can't believe it's been 30 episodes already. That's so crazy. So basically, I want to recap a little bit of what the hell is going on in the world right now. Just real quick. First thing I want to talk about is, and I got a question of the day too, but first thing I want to talk about is, obviously, and I'm kind of sick of talking about it, kind of sick of, hearing about it, reading about it. It's yo boy, you right there. It's yo boy, Yeezy. What is, Jesus? He going at DL Hughley. Shout out to DL Hughley. That's my guy. DL, if you watching this, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Listen, my thing is, Kanye, I don't know. Everyone's talking about mental health when it comes to Kanye. And my thing is, how do we know it's mental health? Why does it have to be called mental health? Like, why does it have to be a problem with his mental? What's normal? Okay, motherfucker shit. You tell me what's normal, and I'll tell you whether that's abnormal. See, you can't tell me what's normal because that's normal to you. What's normal? Someone that can't see, not being able to see, to them is normal. So I just don't like the mental health thing. He just falling for listen, we're all human, right? Jealousy, envy, pressure, anxiety, stress, you combine those things and you get someone who's abnormal, right? But I will say this, there are a bunch of contradictions. Now, before can I ask y'all one question? What happened to the Through the Wire Kanye? The Jesus Walks Kanye? She takes the money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. She's a gold digger way over town that digs on me. What happened to that Kanye? Who cared? Did y'all see the documentary? Shout out to the, what's his name? Not Cheeky. I'm sorry, man. I forget your name, but shout out to him. Documenting Kanye shit for 20-something years. Him and his partner got 30 M's from Netflix. That's so inspirational. A lot of people know that I got my international television series that I'm working on. A particular network has it, and it's kind of pending with them right now. So we'll see how that goes. But it's inspirational to me because it's like you put all this work in, and you get to a point where you just don't think it's possible for it to mean anything. And then one day, the environment creates a space where it's the only thing that'll work. Whew. Brilliant. Shout out to them. Shout out to Netflix giving them boys a shot. Shout out for extremely well produced documentary called Gene Yus. Yus is with a Y. Look it up. I don't know, but it's great. But so, you see Kanye as a kid, as an adolescent with his mom. Rest in peace, Donda. She is such a beautiful spirit. I mean that wholeheartedly. Like, obviously I never met her, but you almost, by the end of it, you almost seem like you knew her a little bit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spirit. Donda, his mom was. I understand why the nigga jumped off the deep end after his mom passed. I probably would have too. But did he jump off the deep end? When I lost my father, I had thoughts that I've never thought before. I did things I probably never thought I would. Does that make me crazy, or does that make my emotions respond to a traumatic situation in my life? Message. Now watch this. My thing is that Kanye knows, like, he knows all of, like, the purpose of the media and what it's doing. And he still falls for it. Or does he? If y'all notice, we ain't stopped talking about no mother effing Kanye in 15 years. Why? Why is he so relevant? Why does he keep making headlines? Maybe he is a gene. Yes. Maybe. I will say this, going back to his feud publicly with DL Hughley. One more time, shout out to my man DL. Kanye, listen to me. Everybody's on top, right? Everybody's a billionaire and a millionaire and so successful until the law makes it so none of that shit matters. Bill Cosby went to jail. Martha Stewart went to jail. Maybe it was nice and comfy for Martha Stewart, and she didn't stay there long. But to get your freedoms removed because of actions you didn't have to take, it's something to think about. Kanye, yup, he coins himself the new Steve Jobs and the new Walt Disney and all of these type of things. You need to, hey, yo, G. Robeson, yo, Hop, those are his managers. Yo, G, you gotta have my man Boo, you know Kanye, Boo, Akon brother, Boo. Someone needs it, because you threatening public figures, whether they're public, you threatening people publicly, talking about I can afford to hurt you. Now, you ain't gotta do nothing to him. If something happens to him, you're a suspect. Just because of what you insinuated. You got to stay away from that type of rhetoric, man. You tripping, bro. You tripping. You going into another, you don't want to go into that space, Kanye, because everything you work for, you want to protect your kids, you want to love on your kids. That's a surefire way to get them removed from being around you. You love them so much, you got to think about this. Plus, I can afford to have you hurt. What kind of grown man pick out an outfit like that? What happened to Sunday service, my G? What happened to Jesus is everything? What happened to Jesus is love and I love Jesus and kumbaya, not kumbaya, which you said about my man on the Daily Show, Trevor Noah. He said he's a coon. He said Trevor Noah's a coon. Okay. That's your opinion. Cool. But publicly, if you want people to buy into this Sunday service and how anointed you feel like you are and how important a message of love, forgiveness, and peace, and being non-judgmental, perhaps, if you want people to buy into that, then why are you on a public platform judging, threatening, and criticizing? And then next Sunday, you mad because Kim won't let you take the kids to your Sunday service. Ain't that a... G. Robeson, one of the most brilliant business minds. Please, boo, one of the most brilliant, creative, and brilliant business minds. Please show this dude his contradictions, because all he gonna say is, I'm a work in progress. I'm just a man. I'm trying. You trying to stay in the headlines, my G, and it's working. How about that? Do you understand people that forgot all about the music? Now, I say that on the heels of your documentary Genius making College Dropout sell another, 100,000 records just off the documentary, if not more by now. You might have went gold all over again off of that documentary for College Dropout and the rest of your albums. But beyond that, people have forgotten about your music. That's because you put so much emphasis on the bullshit, the gossip, the Kim won't let me see my kids. Well, call your lawyer. Don't call Twitter, my nigga. Like, what is you? They not gonna manipulate me. You're getting manipulated, my dude. You're keeping Twitter relevant. Like, what are you doing? All I'm saying is there's other ways to go about it where you won't get called crazy. You got a problem with people calling you crazy? I get it. Don't do shit that, look, either don't do shit that make you appear crazy, or do shit how you want it, but don't have a problem with being called crazy, because that come with it. One or the other, my G. Now, it's people say Kanye say Kim is bitter. She's a bitter baby mama, as he put it. And people went to Kim's defense. How is Kim bitter when she the one left him? Bop, 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 bop. This is how. This is Kim's fourth failed marriage. What was him? I don't know. Reggie Bush. Listen. Her ass is doing something wrong. For successful men to not be able to work with her. Just because she left first don't mean that they did something wrong. Maybe she wanted to get out of it, so it appeared that they were the person in the wrong and she was the victim. People do that every day. Something up with Kim. I don't know. I never met her. All I know is that anybody I meet on their fourth failed marriage. So when do we start looking in the mirror and saying, not only you look at yourself in the mirror after the first or second one, like, what could I have done differently or better or adjusted or been more patient with, right? After your fourth one, you got to look in the mirror and be like, something is wrong on my end. I'm a part of these relationships. And either I'm doing something wrong and bailing on them before they do, or I'm choosing the wrong guy to be with. Either way, you got to change your approach. But no, because she's the female and she got the kids, she's the victim. Fuck out of here. Speaking of victims. All right. This ain't going to be a long podcast. I just want to get this off my chest. Speaking of victims, I had a conversation. Question came to me from a female. Why isn't there legislation in place to protect men from women that want to have they baby and they don't want to have it? So, scenarios like this. Whether you're with a woman or not, have sex, you don't want no baby, she keeps the baby. First thing is, if the nigga knows he don't want to have a baby, you better strap the fuck up. Don't worry about whether she on child support. I mean, the pill. God dang, help me out, y'all. Shit. Never mind that. You wrap your joint up, B. You wrap your joint up. And make sure you have your own joints, because I've heard in the past girls poke holes in them shits to celebrities and try to, no, have your own joint. Okay? That's number one. If he ain't want no baby, act like it. Okay? That's number one. But after that, it's like, should she be allowed to have the baby if the nigga don't want to have no kid, don't want no part of it? My answer to that is absolutely. It's her choice to have the baby or not. With that being said, if he don't want to have it and let her know that, and she makes a conscious adult decision for herself to have that baby, guess what? He should be able to file a document in court that says, I told her I ain't want no baby. I don't want nothing to do with no baby. Boom, boom, boom. That filing should get him out of any type of child support. Now, it also, he should have to sign off on like his birth certificate. Like he's not on the birth certificate as a father. He don't have no claim to the baby either. But just because a woman decides, she's deciding that man's future too. And that's not fair. How do I know that she decided his future? A lot of people don't notice. My son, I didn't know I had a son till he was 1.5 years old. That was his mother's fault. But because she made 9 months pregnant, had the baby, 1.5 years after that, ain't talked to her, heard nothing. I have a son. This might be too much information, but I don't care. I really don't. Now, I'm in arrears for a lot of money from the day he was born. And I had no decision. I didn't say I didn't do the act. I said I had no decision, because after the act, there's still a decision that has to be made. You want to have no problem. My son's amazing. My son he's a king. He's amazing. Well, all I'm simply saying is she made that decision, but the decision didn't just affect her. It affected me for a very long time. And that's not right. And there's no legislation to protect men, because what happens is women find a loophole. I know women that between child tax credit, $3,000 a kid, income tax returns, state and government aid, and child support, bitch got Louis bags, Kate Spade, Gucci, ballin'. She got that Brazilian number 26, the one that lashes look like they can shake your hand. All that, all the time, constantly. She good. They find a loophole. See, you got to adjust the system when it can be taken advantage of so much so. Listen, I'm not on the man's side. I'm not on the woman's side. I'm on the side of fair. Watch this. Tristan Thompson's new baby mom, like, he went public, told her, I'm gonna give you $75,000. I don't want nothing to do with this baby. That's all you gonna get. Blah, da, da, da. Judge ordered that nigga to pay $47,000 a month. I said 47 racks every month, not one time payment. I'll see you in 30 days. 47. She damn near at $500,000 a year and had one child. And I just read yesterday, she just went back and she wants more. $47,000 a month is not enough for her. If I was the judge, I might go be a judge. I would look down at her in court and say, what are you feeding the baby? And she would say, well, Your Honor, what do you mean? I mean, the little nigga ain't got no teeth yet. Can you help me out? He ain't got no teeth. 47 grand a month. I tell you what we do. Since you want to waste my time and my court's time on trying to get more than you were supposed to get in the fucking first place, tell you what you do. We're going to change that 47,000 to a hot $5,100 a month. Since you want to waste my time, and guess what? That's too much. $5,100 a month. Don't no kid cost that. Now, what is child support for? What are we supporting? A lifestyle or the child's well-being? A child living in Calabasas is not that child's well-being. A child got a whole Gucci closet at 3 years old is not that child's well-being. That kid having clothes is that child's well-being. Are you feeding the kid caviar? Goddamn shit. Huh? $5,100 a month for one kid. It's people that don't, it's grown adults that don't make that, and they work 40 hours a week. That is a fact. But you get that because you had a kid. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Raising a kid as a single parent, whether you're man or a woman, don't matter, is insanely difficult and stressful and hard and unforgiving, and you don't get no breaks. If you're doing it right, you don't get no breaks. That is a fact. Hats off to any single parent, man or woman, that's truly doing it on your own. It is a job. It is a few jobs. That is a fact. I'm not taking that again. But what I am saying, and let's be clear, this is $5,100 for the kid, not for your weave, not for your vacation, not for your sneaker fetish, or to get to your new boyfriend and his sneaker fetish. Granted, this is also $5,100 a month in addition to what your adult ass is supposed to be doing. Now, what are you doing? You an adult. You not working? You not working? It's supposed to be in addition to what an adult is earning as an adult. That's supposed to go to the kid, not your rent. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. That's for a kid. And the kid's well-being. Well, it's part of the kid's well-being to have a roof over his head. So what the fuck is being an adult for? What is the fuck is to have a mama? You might as well just be the kid. It's just to be a kid by itself. What the fuck is the mama doing? With her grown ass. I'm grown. I'm independent. I'm a whole grown woman. Bop. Well, then stop depending on the man. And stop weaponizing your child for your financial gain. Woman. I know a lot of women gonna have a problem with this. I have a lot of a large female fan base. They like to watch. But listen, ladies, I'm not against you. I'm on the side of fair. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, y'all would be up in arms, and rightfully so. Someone posted a video of a woman complaining that her nails was 120, her eyelashes, I don't know, her hair, and all this money, and you know, where a man didn't want to pay for it, and someone responded and did a video, and it might be floating around, and she's like, you know, pretty much saying, women want men to, women want men to be providers, but they shouldn't have to provide for your own personal upkeep. That's not the type of provision that should be given by men. I would like to take this opportunity to go a little step further. Why are men seen as providers? Do you know how archaic that is? Do you understand that where that comes from is back when we were fucking nomads and Neanderthals, and men were the providers for no other reason than we were bigger and stronger, and you had to be big and strong to go hunting, kill, and drag back the meat to feed people that were weaker and smaller than you. Not because you were men. Trust me when I tell you, if women were bigger and stronger, they would have had to do it. They didn't give a fuck who killed the animal and brought him home. Can we eat, please? Men are not supposed to be the provider. Let me tell you who's supposed to be the provider. An adult. Do you realize that a man has to apply for a job just like a woman? So if a woman is an adult and she has the capabilities to get a job, why are you looking for a man to provide for you? Why are you even allowing a man to provide for you? Because what ends up happening is that man start providing. Now you got to do what the fuck he say. Oh no, Savon, we don't want that. I'm not living like that. That's not going down. Is that right? So I pay your bills, your car note, your insurance. You go shopping on my credit card. I pay for your hair, nails, lashes, toes, your BBL, liposuction, lip implant, goddamn tummy tuck, chin shaping, and all of this. And I tell you to do something, and you like, I get to it later. Who the fuck you think you talking to? What the fuck? Fuck you mean? No. See, but you don't want that. And you shouldn't want that. A man shouldn't be able to tell you. But he shouldn't have the right to do that neither. Because you should be paying for your own shit. You're an adult. The women that do this kill me, man. To me, it's pathetic. I might lose some fans off. I don't care. Right is right. You don't know what it is to be a man in America. Just like I don't know what it is to be a woman in America. Because I know y'all's going to say that. And you're right. I don't. What I do know is that regardless of what it is to be a man in America or to be a woman in America, I know what it is to be an adult. And it's hard. It's hard to take care of yourself consistently over years. Now I got to take on another adult, and to impress her or to keep her, I got to pay for her adult shit. You're crazy. You're crazy. Y'all are pathetic who do that. Pathetic. And trust me, I get it. It's like if a man gonna do it, because a lot of men are raised like that. It's not always the women's fault. A lot of men want to do that. Because they want to feel like they're in charge, like they're at the helm of something. There's a sucker born every day. Now watch this. Instead, ponder this thought. What if both people carried the load equally? Oh, now we're talking about ownership. Now we're talking about businesses. Now we're talking about owning land. Now we're talking about that type of thing. Equally, not the man bought you a few acres or bought you some shares in Apple. No, y'all sharing ownership. Now that's called building, by the way. Jay-Z does not pay Beyonce shit. You know why? Not because she's rich and famous. Because she's an adult. And she make an adult decision to make her own shit. She ain't got to be rich and famous. And neither do he. They're adults. Y'all bugging. All y'all niggas out there y'all suckers. Listen, watch this. This is the difference. I bought plenty of shit. Listen, if you buying a woman some shit, it should be done because you want to, not because she feels like you should be obligated to do it. It should be a choice. And if a man want to pay your bills voluntarily and you don't expect him to, or ask him to, or need him to, say, hey, I don't need you to do that. But if you want to do that, cool. But just know this. You're not about to have no control over me. You're not about, because I don't need you to do it. Most of y'all females need to start rejecting that shit. No, I got it. No, I'm good. I've been blessed. I work hard. I appreciate it. But I got it. That's what y'all need to start doing. Y'all crazy. I love buying women stuff. Like, I love being able to do that. But the notion that that's a man's place, that's what, provider, I don't even understand. Like, what, like, we provide security? We should make you women feel safe, right? I'm a firm believer. Make your woman feel safe. I'm a firm believer in that. This is the problem with that notion. That's the same shit. You know why? Because women can get a CCW, which is a carry a concealed weapon, just like a man can. A woman can learn to defend herself, learn to motherfucking use a weapon and protect her household, just like a man can. It's not a gender-based class or course. Men are bigger and stronger. Shit. I'm not fighting no woman from the UFC. You crazy. Women can be trained just like men are trained, because every man can't fight. Know that. Just because you a man, you will get knocked the fuck out. That is a fact. Half the time by one of these trained women. Y'all keep messing around. Women can lift weights and get strong like a man. Women can carry weapons and use them like a man. Women can learn to fight and defend themselves like a man. So what do you need a man to do these things? You don't need a man to provide. You need to be an adult and take accountability for yourself. Oh, I know. This is not a popular. I know that. I'm not here for popularity, though. I'm here to speak the truth. You can look at all my podcasts. I tell the truth. I tell the truth, and this is the truth. I didn't even mean to get this turned up. I didn't mean to get this turned up. I didn't mean to get this turned up. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm sick of it, man. I am sick of it. I am so sick of the narrative. And then you got women posting, well, a real man with boom, 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 and bop, bop, bop. I got one question. What the fuck do you know about being any type of man, real or fake? It's always women. It seemed like that's like telling men what it means. I cannot tell you what a woman should do or what a real woman look like or behaves like. I can tell you what an adult behaves like. I can do that because I'm an adult. I can't tell you how a woman would behave because I'm not a woman. Simple as that. Any woman that thinks she knows what a real man is or does is lonely. And I know I'm going to have a ton of women say, well, I'm not lonely. I got a man and he a real man. He's a sucker. He's a sucker. If he allows you to dictate what he should and shouldn't be doing. No, he should dictate what he does and should be doing. I'm not about to tell no woman how to deal with menopause or their menstrual cycle or breastfeeding or any other of the women type of things that men just don't have to deal with. And I know that part of it is certainly not fair. But I can't speak on those, what you should do or you shouldn't do. I don't know. I'm not in your shoes. Men should be providers. Get your grown ass up and go to work. Pay your fucking bills. Stop depending on a man, looking for a man to provide. You pathetic. That's disgusting, man. That. And now you got men trying to keep up with your likes and dislikes and wants and desires financially. Nigga gotta be rich and care. And care and respect you. Good luck. You need to find you a man that got a job, got a car, and is trying to have more than that. And is willing to share that experience and that journey of gains with you. And you should have your own and have your own goals and want your own gains and love him enough to have him around you in your life during your gains to share those memories in that journey. That's what a relationship is supposed to be. And these niggas living with women and you using her car, y'all some bums. Y'all some bums. Be an adult. You don't live with your mama no more. Go get a job somewhere. Do something. Borrowing her car. Only way you won't borrow her car is if your shit is getting worked on. And I don't know why you don't have a rental. Fuck out of here. Y'all, it's so twisted. Our social culture is so twisted that we don't even know what even is right anymore. The notion that it makes sense that a man should have to pay $47,000 a month and then got to go to court to see his kid. It's very backward, for lack of better. That's not lacking anything. It's just backward. I'm sorry if I got a little amped up. It's kind of personal for me. Once again, please, let's be clear. Shout out to the single parents, man or woman. Notice I'm about equality here. I'm not pro men. I'm not pro woman. I'm pro fair and pro logic. That's all. This was kind of heavy for me. Share, like, subscribe. And as always, peace, young world.
Legendary podcast. Legendary podcast. Legendary podcast. Legendary podcast. You ain't ready. You ready? You ain't ready.
Ready for say
Ready. You ain't ready.
Ready for say
Ready.